Hey guys, my name is Jeremy. I do a lot of different stuff here at Round 7 Productions. One of the things that I have set up here is our way of matching footage between different cameras using color management in DaVinci Resolve. It is super easy to do. It's built right into the settings, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, I have DaVinci Resolve opened up here, and the first thing we want to do is double check our project settings. So if we click on the icon here, and then we're just going to go over to this color management tab right here. So I'm going to click on color management, and by default I have this set up so it already comes into our workflow. But if you don't have this set up this way, it would probably start off looking like this. And so you're going to see in your color science, the default is this DaVinci YRGB color science. Then you'd have a timeline color space of Rec 709, output color space set by default to same as timeline. And we're going to change all of these settings here. So the first thing we want to do is switch our color science to DaVinci YRGB color managed. And then again, this is the workflow that we use at Round 7 Productions. So this may not be your preferred workflow, but we like to not use the automatic color management. So I'm going to untick this box. And then in my color processing mode, I'm going to choose HDR DaVinci Wide Gamut Intermediate. And what that is going to be able to do is that is a very wide color space that is going to be able to make it so that we can take footage from any number of different other color spaces, S-Log3, DJI, D-Log, really any kind of color profile that you would shoot in with your camera. It is going to then convert that into this wider color space, which is going to be able to help us just get it all matched together. And then the output is set to this Rec 709 setting, and actually we're going to change that setting too. We're just going to go from Rec 709 to Rec 709 Gamma 2.4, and that is just kind of the standard color space. Most people's displays can understand this. It's going to look right pretty much everywhere if you do this. All right, so we have these settings set, and we're just going to go ahead and click save. And then I already have some footage loaded in here. So Bcam, which is a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K. I didn't have to tell it what this footage was because it was recording in B-RAW, so DaVinci already knows the color space here. So if it knows already, it's going to do the conversion for you. If it doesn't know already, you're going to have to tell it. And a pro tip there, one thing that we always tend to do is whenever we're dumping footage onto our server, we put that footage in a folder where we label what camera it came from. That way, whoever's doing this later knows what the color space likely was that the footage was shot in. This is my A camera right here for this 2-camera interview setup. This is shot on our Sony FX30, and it is S-Log3. And I'm gonna go ahead and I have this brought into the spin right here. I'm gonna select all of these. I'm gonna tell DaVinci what our input color space is here. So I'm gonna go to input color space, come down to Sony, and then it said this is S-Log3. So Sony S-Gamut 3, Cine S-Log3. So we're going to click on that. And then what we'll find is all of a sudden this footage looks a lot more normal. Looks kind of how it should. Okay, we're going to move over to the color page now. And the next step in this process is just to make sure that our white balance and exposure are the same between our 2 cameras. DaVinci will have done all of the matching work under the hood based on the settings that we turned on just a little bit ago. So as a DP, I always like to bring a color checker. That makes this job a lot easier. And I just grab a few frames of that at the beginning of a shoot before I start the interview. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the white balance off of this card right here by clicking on this eyedropper here in our primaries. And grab a white balance there. And on this clip, do the same thing. Should be pretty close to matching. And we're gonna go ahead and apply that grade to our A-cam. So I've got my A-cam for my interview selected right here. I'm just gonna go over to that clip that I had of the A-cam with a color checker on there. I'm gonna right click, select apply grade. And if we turn off the second track, we'll see what that did. Go ahead and do the same thing on this clip. So this is our Bcam. Click on our color checker Bcam clip, apply grade. And I'll just look back and forth between them now. So I'm gonna disable this track and that one. And these really do match. Just one other double check I'm gonna do. Just gonna check my skin tones. So I'm gonna select my vector scope, and I have the skin tone indicator line turned on here. You can do that by clicking these settings here and just selecting this. Another pro tip that I have is I have another setting that I have turned on. If I click on these three dots, I have this display qualifier focus option turned on. This is something that I will do normally to check my skin tones. So with that turned on, what that does is when I have my eyedropper tool selected and I hover over anywhere on my image, there's a little circle that displays what I'm looking at. So this skin tone is just dead on, looks perfect. Same here. So that's really it. Let's just check the exposure. So go over to our waveform, hover over this corner of his forehead just to see where that's sitting on exposure. And we can see it's right around this area on our waveforms. And same area here. So this footage is matched. Now as a bonus, I've added some drone footage in here. So I have a drone clip in here, and again we can see this is another flat picture profile. This is D-Log. So we're going to Option F to find this clip in our media pool. We have that right over here. Right click, go to Input Color Space. This time we're going to select DJI D-Log, and we'll see this footage has been corrected and it matches pretty well. Let's just turn it off and compare it to our other clips. And yeah, I'd say this matches. I might do a little bit more work on this depending on where it falls into the video. But like I said, for the final delivery, there's a whole node tree that we would normally use to kind of create a look. And I'll be doing another video to break that down and show you guys how that works. But as far as getting the footage matched, we're there. It was really simple, really easy. Just use a color management feature built right into DaVinci Resolve. And that's how we work. If you found this useful at all, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have any questions, please fill in a comment. Don't forget to share this video, and thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you again in another video.